of shape, you don't almost recognize some of the things yourself, some of the things that you used to be.
Y casi ni reconoces tu interior porque has sido tan destrozado.
But the Lord, He, in His presence right now, He's just restoring things, He's just reshaping things.
Pero el Señor en tu interior está restaurando cosas, está volviendo a moldear.
He's establishing things within your soul.
Y está estableciendo cosas en tu alma.
So just receive.
Así que recibe.
Just receive. I just sense that it's going to come this ease of your life, this lightness of your life.
Y va a venir esta luz en tu vida.
And what was difficult, also in the process of coming to Austria, and the time there will change in the time to come. You don't have to be afraid. You don't have to be afraid. We pray and we see things.
Porque muchas veces como que nos apresuramos a orar porque queremos ver cosas.
But it's a kind of a lost art to slow down.
Pero es como un arte perdido el descansar, el simplemente relajarse.
And to really to learn to be the best receiver you can possibly be.
Y el aprender a ser el que mejor recibe.
Yeah? You need to receive His grace and His ability and His thoughts and who He is. And
necesitas recibir su habilidad, sus pensamientos, quién es Él.
And out from this place of rest, you can do so much.
Y de este lugar de descanso podemos hacer tantas cosas.
I really, in my walk with the Lord, I wish that I learned this earlier.
Y ojalá yo hubiese aprendido esto antes.
Because, Paul, he says, I have done more than all of you others.
Y porque dice Pablo, he hecho más que todos vosotros.
That is a very bold statement.
Eso es algo muy valiente decir.
But then he says, though not I.
Pero
But though it has not been me, but it's the grace of God that has been working in me.
Pero no ha sido yo, sino es la gracia de Dios que ha obrado a través de mí.
And in 1 Peter 5, it says that the humble receives grace.
En 1 Pedro 5 dice que el humilde recibe gracia.
And grace is favor from God, but it's also God's ability to do what He has called you to do.
Y la gracia es un favor de Dios, pero también es una habilidad de hacer lo que Dios te ha llamado a hacer.
It's also like when God speaks something then into your heart.
Cuando Dios habla algo a tu corazón,
He speaks it into you,
lo habla a ti,
and that creates inside of your inside world a picture of something that can be. Isn't that true?
y crea algo en ti, algo que tú nunca has visto antes y ahora ves.
And that is the place where you and I can connect our heart to what God spoke to us in this place of rest with Him.
Y ahí en ese lugar de descanso es cuando podemos conectar el corazón de Dios con el nuestro.
Because God, He wants to perform through you what He has spoken to you.
Porque Dios quiere obrar a través de ti lo que Él te ha hablado a ti.
That is different than trying to read and trying to apply some principles to life.
Y eso es diferente de intentar leer y aplicar principios en nuestra vida.
It's important to read the Word, but it's something else when the Holy Spirit is just breathing life to it, into your heart.
Es importante leer la Biblia, por supuesto, pero también es muy importante el dejar que el Espíritu Santo te obre y sople su vida.
Because then you become a carrier of what He spoke to you.
Porque entonces tú te conviertes en alguien que lleva lo que Él te ha hablado.
So this is a lost art, actually.
Esto es un arte que se ha perdido, en verdad.
It's a very known psalm. It's Psalm 23.
En Salmo 23,
I just want to read it.
Quiero leerlo.
Still, if it's very, very, very familiar to all of us, I guess. And it says, "The Lord is my shepherd; I shall not want. I shall lack no good thing. I shall not want." That means that David has learned to come to a place of rest.
David ha aprendido a entrar en este lugar de descanso.
He makes me lay down in green pastures.
Él me hace descansar en lugares delicados pastos.
He leads me beside still waters.
Él me... Oh, sorry, I was just
And like a sheep, when a sheep is led to the water,
¿Sabes cuando las ovejas van al agua?
The sheep will never drink from the water if it's a heavy stream. Doesn't dare to.
Las ovejas no se atreven a beber de este agua si la corriente es muy fuerte.
You know, if he's catched by the water, it's so much wool. It's like water. You know.
Y pues a veces se cae en el agua, la lana que tiene como que se.
So a sheep will
se hace pesado.
never drink from the water if it's not still and flowing still.
Las ovejas nunca beberían de este agua si no es delicada.
And I think this can be a word for some of us here.
Y esto también puede ser una palabra para nosotros.
Especially if you're in ministry.
Sobre todo si estás en ministerio.
You can walk.
Puedes caminar así.
And that's not bad. To
Y eso no está mal.
pray out your heart is not bad. That's what I say.
El orar así no está mal.
But then, if there is a little brook here, a little river that the Lord wants you to drink of,
Pero si hay un río que es delicado,
you need to stop up, okay?
tienes que parar también.
You need to go down on your knees.
Tienes que irte de rodillas,
And then you need to bow down
tienes que
and drink.
arrodillarte y beber.
Yeah, I think so many who are in ministry, they are so busy with, they got into all kinds of spiritual warfare, all kinds of things.
Y muchos ministros están ocupados en la guerra espiritual y tantas cosas.
And the Lord is just saying, you know, come to me, I have everything you need.
Y el Señor dice, no, ven a mí, yo tengo todo lo que necesitas.
Like, I am your prayer answer in everything.
Yo soy la respuesta de
But
lo
I
que
need
en todo.
healing, I need healing, but I am your healer. Just calm down.
Pero yo necesito sanidad, pero yo soy el que sana. Ven a mí.
So learn the art of coming to Him and being still before God.
Aprende el arte de descansar en Él y solo ven a Él.
What happens next? We read in verse 3.
Y lo que pasa después, vemos en el versículo 3.
He restores my soul.
Me infunde nuevas fuerzas.
He leads me.
Me guía.
So guidance comes in His presence, right?
Así que esta guía viene en su presencia.
He leads me in the paths of righteousness for His name's sake.
Me guía por sendas de justicia, por amor de su nombre.
Yet though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me.
Y aunque ande en valle de sombra de muerte, no temeré mal alguno, porque tú estarás conmigo.
So no matter what happens, I've been to places of the world where I really felt like now I can lose my life.
Y he estado en lugares en los que realmente he sentido por mi vida, de que puedo perder mi vida aquí.
But you know, like in the midst of crazy, He is there.
Sabes, en esta locura, Él está ahí.
But if we do not learn to practice that awareness of His presence in our lives,
Si no practicamos el darnos cuenta de su presencia
we will
en
be
todo lo que hacemos,
so easily shaken when things happen.
vamos a temblar en cada momento, cuando lo que sea pase.
I don't feel that God is here.
No siento que Dios está aquí.
It's easy.
Es fácil.
You know, when feelings are not there, when the worship team is gone and everything is
Cuando
just, yeah.
los sentimientos no están ahí, cuando la alabanza no está ahí,
There's
es fácil.
no glory,
Cuando no hay gloria,
but He's there.
pero Él está ahí.
That is something that you need to cultivate.
Eso es algo que tú tienes que cultivar.
And it happens when we are still before Him and just receiving His presence.
Y esto pasa cuando estamos tranquilos en su presencia, callados y recibimos.
And then it's also said, you prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies.
Y te dispones ante mí un banquete en presencia de mis enemigos.
That means that no matter situation you're in, He will still feed you. But are you still enough to sit down and eat what He serves you?
Significa que aun en presencia de los malos, Él igual te va a dar de comer, pero estás ahí en su presencia.
Are you running around the table?
Estás ahí dando
Freaking out.
las vueltas a la mesa, estás ahí desesperado.
You can actually sit down
Puedes descansar, sentarte
and say, Jesus,
y decir, Jesús,
it's crazy, it's a lot of things happening.
hay un montón de cosas pasando
I
en la
have
locura.
5 exams coming up
Tengo
towards me.
5 exámenes que vienen.
No matter what you go, I don't know your life too much, but I know that I have been through that.
No conozco tu vida mucho, pero yo sé que he estado ahí antes.
But in the midst of everything, you can sit down with the Lord and say, Jesus, I just want to be with you.
Y en medio de todo esto puedes sentarte y decir, Jesús, yo
I
quiero
am
estar
so
contigo.
thirsty for your presence.
Estoy súper sediento de tu presencia.
I just want to be with you.
Yo quiero estar
I want
contigo.
to pray about this prayer list of 500 points.
No quiero orar esta lista de 5.000 puntos.
Let me take care of my cat and
Gracias que tú tomas el control de mi gato
I
y
think,
todo.
you know, there's so many needs that wants to have our attention. Okay?
Hay tantas necesidades que requieren de nuestra atención.
But you know, like the most important thing is to learn to put your attention toward Him.
Pero lo más importante es el poner nuestra atención a Él.
Because it's like this, okay? I'm going to teach you something that I do a lot when I come to be with Jesus.
Te voy a enseñaros algo que yo he aprendido mucho cuando vengo a Jesús.
Usually when I sit down to be with Jesus,
Cuando me siento a hablar con Jesús,
everything that is not important seems very important.
todo lo que no es importante parece muy importante.
Oh, Daniel, the dishes.
Oh, Daniel,
Even the dishes becomes important to me, you know?
hasta los platos se parecen importantes para
Oh,
mí.
you remember this, like there's like a to-do list suddenly comes.
Parece de repente que tenemos una lista de cosas que hacer.
So what I do is I just write those things down and I just put that aside.
Así que escribo estas cosas que me vienen a la mente y lo pongo a un lado.
Because there are so many things that want to come to your mind as you pray.
Porque hay tantas cosas que vienen a tu mente mientras
Sometimes it's
oras.
like sin, you know. Yesterday you were doing this thing there.
Y a veces es como el pecado, de repente, ¿te acuerdas ayer que estaba haciendo esto?
And it's something that wants to pull your attention away to something that is not helping you at all.
Y es algo como que quiere tomar tu atención a otro lado que no te ayuda para
And I'm
nada.
going to teach you the difference between conviction and condemnation now.
Y me acuerdo de este profesor que me explicó la diferencia de conviction
And condemnation.
de convicción y condenación.
The devil comes with condemnation.
El enemigo viene a condenarte.
Say you did something wrong,
Imagina que has hecho algo malo
and you know it.
y tú lo sabes.
And he said, I'm sorry, Jesus,
Y tú
I
dices,
didn't
lo
do
siento
this.
Jesús, no quería hacer esto.
But then when you come to enjoy Jesus, yeah, in his
Pero
presence,
entonces vienes a disfrutar de su presencia
the devil says, do you remember?
y dice el enemigo, ¿te
You did
acuerdas?
this yesterday.
¿Has hecho esto ayer? Y le dice,
You know, so the only thing that the devil does, he's pointing you to the problem.
lo único que el enemigo hace es apuntarte al
And
problema.
the only thing you see is the problem, how difficult it is, how stuck you are, and all these things.
Y lo único que ves es lo difícil que es y cuán enganchado estás.
Now when the Holy Spirit comes,
Pero cuando el Espíritu Santo
he
viene,
says, Luis,
dice, Luis,
you know, I will really help you with this.
voy a ayudarte con esto.
I know that the new man in you doesn't desire this.
Yo sé que el nuevo hombre en ti no desea esto.
Would you let me help you?
Déjame ayudarte.
Just come before me and you will see how this will just fall off of your life.
Ven a mí y descubre cómo esto se va de tu vida.
So sometimes the Holy Spirit, he convicts you of something that is wrong, but it always points to the way out. Always.
El Espíritu Santo viene a convencerte de pecado, viene a decirte hay algo mal aquí, pero siempre te apunta a la solución.
So if it's just dark, if it's just hopeless, it's the devil. You can
Así
be
que
sure.
si es oscuridad, si no hay salida, si no hay esperanza, pues estás seguro de que es el
He
enemigo.
is stuck, he is unfruitful, he is hopeless.
Porque él es el que no te quita toda la
He's
esperanza,
depressed.
él es el que está deprimido, él es el que te quiere poner
And
en
he
la
wants
oscuridad.
you to share that with him.
Y él quiere que tú lo compartas con él.
He knows his time is short. One day he will be bound forever in flames of fire in hell. Forever.
Él sabe
He
que su
knows
tiempo
that.
es corto y va a estar por eternidad en el infierno.
So he is very miserable.
Así que es muy miserable.
And he wants you to share that with him. Okay?
Y él quiere que tú compartas eso con él.
But what do we do? No, we
Pero ¿qué
say,
hacemos?
we
No.
respond in relationship.
Respondemos en relación
If
con
it's
Dios.
a habitual sin, I will take this because this says I should do that. If
Y
it's a habitual sin in your life that you fall again and again and again and
si
again,
es un hábito en tu vida que tú caes una y otra vez,
what you do is not to focus on trying to fix this, okay?
lo que haces es no intentar arreglar esto.
Oh, I fall into porn again and again and again and again and
O
again.
he caído en pornografía una y otra vez.
Or I compare myself with people again and again and
O me he
again.
comparado una y otra vez.
Something you do again and again and you don't want it.
Es algo que tú no quieres pero pasa.
The solution is not to focus on, okay, I need to, you know,
La solución es no intentar arreglarlo tú solo,
but it's to respond in relationship.
pero es responder en relación.
You know, I was struggling with porn for quite some time in a period in my life.
Yo tenía un problema con pornografía en un periodo de mi vida.
And the Holy Spirit taught me how to deal with it.
Y el Espíritu Santo me enseñó cómo.
And he said, every time you fall into it,
Cada vez que tú caigas en ello,
you just start to praise me for what I have for you in this area of life.
tú empiezas a adorarme por este área específica de tu vida.
So I started to thank you, Lord, for a wonderful wife.
Y yo empecé a decir, gracias Señor por una mujer maravillosa.
Even right after falling into this was how I was responding.
Incluso cuando caía en esto, yo respondía así en oración.
Thank you that this is something that you have created to be enjoyed in a relationship with another person.
Gracias porque tú has creado esto para disfrutar con una sola persona.
I think it's going to be good. It's going to be beautiful in its time.
Gracias porque va a ser bonito en su tiempo.
You know? Or in other areas, this is how you have to respond.
Y en otras áreas es como tienes que
You have to
responder.
respond in Him and in truth. You know, like what it really is.
Tienes que responder en verdad, en quién es Él de verdad.
If you compare yourself to someone else, you say, oh God, I just want to thank you for who you made that person.
Si te comparas con otra persona, puedes agradecer por esa persona
And
específicamente.
thank you for the gifting and the personalities that this person has.
Gracias por estos dones y su personalidad que esta
I just
persona
want to
tiene.
thank you that you made me also unique with my personality, with who I am, with the giftings that I possess.
Y también quiero agradecerte por quién tú me has hecho, por mi personalidad, por los dones que yo tengo.
That is taking you over the problem, okay?
Eso te lleva por encima del problema.
And this you can use in every area where you struggle.
Y lo puedes usar en cada área que tú
You do it in relationship with Him.
y lo haces en relación con Jesús.
Amen. I just thought I should share this morning.
Y sentía que tenía que compartir esto.
Because soon we are going home,
Porque pronto vamos a irnos a casa
and we are coming into a little bit, you know, what we are kind of used to and everything.
y vamos a volver a lo que estamos acostumbrados.
But what to really to learn to establish your heart in relationship in the presence of the Lord is the most important thing that you could ever do.
Pero lo más importante es aprender a tener una relación dependiente con Jesús.
It's more important than what you do when you come home.
Es mucho más importante lo que haces que lo que haces
Because
cuando
what
llegas a
you
casa.
do when you come home will flow from this place.
Porque lo que haces va a fluir de este lugar
Amen?
de relación. Amén.
Wow, wonderful. We will just pray shortly about two things specifically.
Vamos a orar corto acerca de dos cosas específicamente.
We will just pray, number one, for the just the connection now between the youth that we have met and with OM and the church here, that will really run